Uh-huh. All right. About 5 minutes before we can begin. Although there's no real reason to wait till exactly 6 p.m. If you would like to come in. Absolutely. I'll send it on the Discord. Hang on 1 second. That way anybody else who sees it can join if they also want to. And I'm sending you a special one. Hang on. Here's a link. It always takes me a second to get things kind of started up, so okay, I sent it. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the name of that. It was like a show. Japanese Jerry Anderson show. Sci-fi. I want to say that Go Nagai was definitely Starfleet. Was it called Starfleet? Yeah, it was. It was Starfleet. All right, I'm going to turn this music down here. How do I do that? Over here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you'd like to join, say hello in the chat. But I'd like to add, if you're ready.
Hello.
All right, you're added.
Hello there.
Awesome. I'll even take this off.
That's good.
What was it?
I hope you can pick up my mic because I'm using a new one.
Yeah, it sounds good. You sound real clear. You sound like you're right here in the room with me. I've got headphones on, but it sounds really good. Um. Anyways,
Interesting.
I have my comic and I've been working on it, but I want to
I just need to put it down somewhere because it's like a lapel.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe that's why it gets such good quality.
Okay, we're good.
I have my comic, but I was gonna like hold off on working on it, but I've only got one panel left, and I thought I would do that one on the stream or something. Although it doesn't really matter at all. I'm quite proud of this page, even though it's just 3 panels.
I've kind of got some dialogue left to fill out.
Do you do your? When do you do your dialogue? When you do yours, do you do it like before you do any drawing, or do you do it after the drawing? I mean, I plot and then I draw and then I do dialogue.
And doing it, to be honest.
What's that? It's backwards.
Sort of a course correction right now. Backwards, no.
Mine is backwards. It's I kind of have the plot idea, like I actually
I wonder if I should use.
I have what's
I guess I'm
what's
trying to hear you through.
I can actually hear myself. It's not an echo. I can hear it very faintly. Like if I have it really turned up, I can just barely hear it. We are cross continental though right now, right?
I use my own normal headphones. Hold on.
There's no noticeable echo or anything.
Okay, I'm still connected to it. That's good.
I don't know. It sounded better before.
Are you? Oh, that's good. I think the audio, it's not coming from my phone now, so you can't see yourself echo. But now I hear. I've got my headphones on and I've got my USB mic. That's good.
Well, just so you know, you sounded way better before. But if you want to do it this way, that's cool too.
Way better before. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Did it
No,
change?
it okay.
Did it change mics or did you?
I didn't change mics. No, uh, I don't think it changed mics at all. I still have it selected. I don't have. I could just hear you. That's the thing, and you can just keep talking if you like to.
All right.
Yeah, you're coming through my headphones, so
Okay, fair enough.
it'll be working well. Yeah, I can hear myself on the other one because I'm on the desktop and I'm kind of doing other stuff right now, kind of finishing off the writing as I was talking about. Like, I'm just sort of finishing up the dialogue for chapter 3, and I'm almost to it. But I'm also gonna be like sketching, like, because I made it through. I made it to the script. Now I'm like doing some concept art. Trying to do this one for like um an alien that like Debbie encounters. So well, this is unfinished, but this is kind of where I've been at right now.
Oh, nice. Is that okay? Are we looking? Hang on, I'll make you big here.
This is all concept art anyway. I'm just thinking about like what the final design might look like. I think you saw something like a cross between a cacodemon and like a crab kind of thing.
Very cool.
The cacodemons from Doom, if I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like they're sort of the floating ones, or they're the
Yeah.
ones with the 2 legs.
Yeah, mine's will be a little different, obviously, but I've been taking inspiration from that a little. That. What else should I think about? I think I was trying to make a robot as well. To pin up a rumor. Why not? Hmm. What are you sketching right now?
This is a Mecha Kong, like a robot gorilla.
You can minimize my window if you like.
Oh, did you say? Well, let's see. Oh yeah. Hang on. Let me fix it. Do. There we go. Oh, that's better. Mecha Kong. Well, if it works, I'm gonna try and ink it. Everybody knows Mecha Godzilla,
Come on.
so there's definitely a Mecha Kong.
There we go.
Anyway, let's see. Oh wait. He has some kind of port in his chest here. Well, happy almost Easter. What is it? Easter Eve. Is it Easter already in where you are?
Yeah, it's been like 2 days, I think. It's good. It's Easter Sunday here.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm almost getting through my current comic. I'm almost done with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's page 14 out of 16. So once you get to those last 2, or maybe it might be 17 pages. I hope not. I feel like, oh, it's almost done. And then I start slowing down. Like, once you're at the end, you're like, I don't know if I should, because, I don't know if I want to finish it right away. Do I start something new? I always start something new, anyways. All right, there we go. I shouldn't worry too much about texture in the pencils because I can always put it on. I'm going to ink it, and the ink always has the real details. Anyway, my big plan is to do like 2 or 3 things today if I can.
Mm.
In my sketchbook, at least.
Mm.
I want him to be. His head's too tall. I want to squash his head. I started following this one Japanese YouTube channel of I can't tell if it's I think it's a husband and wife, but they do kind of it's a bit gimmicky. Like that's the one if you've seen it where they make a sketch pad out of Amazon cardboard.
No,
Where
I
they
haven't.
so it's pretty cool. They they have a bunch of they have too many Amazon like delivery boxes, so they take it and they soak the cardboard and get the paper off, and then they cut it and dry it, or dry and cut it, and they make them into a pair of sketchbooks.
Hmm.
And it's just like a brown craft paper sketchbook at the end, but it was really kind of cool. And
Oh
then they
yeah.
did another one today, and it was like um, trying to draw 100 colors with just three ballpoint pens, like a cyan, magenta, and yellow, and
Hmm.
trying to get 100 colors. And that was kind of fun too, like because they were doing color mixing with ballpoints. This is better. All right, here we go. I don't know, but it's totally in Japanese, so you have to kind of watch it with the captions on,
Oh yeah.
and and automatically translate. But yeah, it's kind of funny because the translations for Japanese are usually pretty good. I have another one that I watch that's in French, and I can't even with the captions on, like it's translating automatically. I can't
Mhm.
understand what is going on, like at
Oh,
all. Somebody
yeah.
leave a comment.
I was
Hey,
like
what's your
watching
next?
the I kind of saw another Japanese channel like that. Kind of, it's called the like Cyber Dancers, and they have like a translated. They have videos that get translated and some that don't. Like I don't know, but it's just fun. It's like um, funny challenges with these models. I'm like, yep, this is so fun. This is funny and cute, and it's also translated, so that's nice.
Have you been to Japan? You because you live,
Yeah.
not far.
Well,
So,
I did like way back in 2000. Was I nine? I can't really. 2007, 2009, somewhere there. I went to actual Disneyland there. It
oh,
was alright.
cool.
It was pretty good. Although I did get lost for like a couple hours. I was, yeah.
That must be pretty cool because it's probably not as expensive. I imagine it's like kind of like us going to Hawaii or something. Probably not even as far as like for me to go to Hawaii, I would have to travel cross country to California and then get
Hmm.
on another plane and go across the ocean to Hawaii. But you could just cross the ocean to
Hmm.
to get to
Yeah.
Japan, right?
Yeah. I mean, we took a plane there. Went to a small island. We went to just the mainland and then to a small island called Obihiro, I think.
Uh huh.
Um, a little island off the coast. Uh, it's a bit. Um, we kind of went to live with our exchange, student over there at the time, and mine was pretty nice, pretty welcoming. It's pretty much a custom over there, to like Japanese people are often very polite, you know.
Uh huh.
Um, what else did I say?
That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
So my niece so my brother is married to a Japanese woman, and so they live in like on the west coast of this country. But my niece goes to school in Japan, and then she I think she's there now, but I'm not 100% sure. It's like I see her on Instagram every once in a while. I don't know what she's up to. She's doing all kinds of things. She's a world traveler.
That's really cool. What did she do?
Well, before she was a student, I I think she graduated, but I'm not 100% sure.
Hmm.
Because most of the time she writes in Japanese, and so I don't really understand what's going on. Really, I mean, I see some pictures every once in a while, and she's kind of young, so it's always here's me with my friends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to intrude on whatever they have a whole life or whatever.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
And ask her how she's going, or like or does she stay with her friends or stuff like as students? Like,
I am not 100% sure.
okay,
I don't know. Like at one point, I know she was in school. I want to say she's done with school, but I'm not 100%. Like I said, I don't really know. I'll have to ask. Ooh, this is a new nib, so I'm hoping it doesn't fall apart on me.
what's this? Yep. Um. Manage. Export this page.
I found another like a link collection website, like Linktree, called Flow. Have you ever heard of Flow? Is it
Nope,
flow.com?
I don't think so.
I just discovered it today because somebody had their podcast on it, and so I thought it was a podcast thing. And then once you click on the podcast, it takes you over to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, oh, he's got all kinds of links on here, so it's kind of like Linktree. So I might be doing something like that.
Mm-hmm. I had a lean tree, but apparently I don't know what happened. It was like, um, I know it wasn't working. I guess I think the reason they gave because I was spamming it. I'm like, well, yeah, I need people to know it, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, you think they disabled yours?
They disabled mine for some reason.
Well, that sucks.
Mhm. Wait, export. Oh yeah, right. I forgot I could do this. Yeah, how to go page 7. Page 7 ain't right. Because my character is wearing leopard print, not this. Another page. Probably. Page 7? Yeah, the right one. Yeah, we might want to delete that.
Oh, this is.
Hmm.
I haven't done any real inking in a while. Well, I did a little bit the other day, but it was just for fun. What percentage is Duckling Star digital versus? Is it like part traditional, part digital?
Yeah, the stuff I do in Clip Studio is all digital. It's like all the tones and like um, grays are in digital. I do the pencil ink and traditionally. I don't know, it just feels right, more right that way for me.
That is pretty cool. I wish I could do it. My issue is I suck at scanning. I don't have a good scanner.
I have a scanner that's like it's got like a bevel kind of it's it's sort of like a thing to use when you're doing a presentation and you have the thing like only it's electronic. You know what I mean? Where they have slideshows and they put a thing underneath that. I think
Yeah, yeah.
I'll look it up. Web scanner. It's overhead. It's like an overhead thing. High speed. That's what it is. High speed document scanner.
Oh, okay. So like yeah, like people make PDFs out of things with it.
Hmm.
Like all those guys that hang out on the Digital Comics Museum, and it's kind of funny. Um, that's what you use. It's like an overhead scanner.
Yeah, but the thing is, you kind of need to control your lighting a bit when you're doing it, because it'll feel like because the edges of your scan will probably be the worst. That's
Yeah.
the only thing about it. The only drawback, and you have to control the light somewhat, which I can. I'm perfectly able to do, but um,
Is
trickier
it high?
when you have what?
Is it high quality? I mean, is it like print quality stuff? Have we printed your stuff already? Like in the 9 volt? Whoops. Did I kill? I don't know if I ended up muted. Wait. Sideburns has disappeared. There he is.
Um,
You dropped out for a second. Oh wait, no, you're back out again.
my thing is. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I'm back. I have
Oh
a
no, no
timer.
problem.
I'm back. I'm back. Hello.
You're back.
So my like phone has a limit on it itself,
Oh, okay.
and it's trying to block like, well, it's trying to just put up a screen saying, it's time to put your phone down and whatnot, and and that's interfering with it so far. Just trying to work
Fair
it
enough.
out. But you can hear me at least, so that's good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
I can see it too. It's working again.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm watching it live right now. I'm almost about ready to ink this piece too. But
That is pretty good. I never considered the overhead style scanner.
mhm.
That would
I
be
can
a
have
good
it.
way to get a bigger, because your aperture is probably large too. Like you can probably do 11 by 17.
Yeah, I can do A3. So if I'm considering going forward with that like approach, get more detail and have more scale because I can fit. And that means I can fit 2 pages at once if I prefer. But um, just gotta sort things out.
Pretty
I
cool.
can, I can hear my cat like snore. Sometimes I wonder if she's having nightmares or something. uh,
Is that Beanie?
Beanie, yeah, she's under the desk. No, wait, she's not. She's around. She's she's around. Okay.
I don't know if this is gonna come out good or not. This is a very lame pose. All right. Actually, one way I could do this is I could just, where is it? I could paint in the ink.
Paint in the ink, you say?
Yeah. I have a brush. I don't know. I kind of like the brush look. I mean, I'm simulating it with my digital stuff. I'm trying to use a brushy brush, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as actually inking stuff, I haven't really done much with a brush. Wouldn't it be cool if I was good? Oof. Well, I don't know if this is working or not. All right. I'm going to draw more of his head. I started like 3 or 4 sketchbooks at the same time, and now I feel dumb because none of them are getting finished. I've got like 10 or 20 pages in each one.
I've done that before.
I used to be so organized.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
How you doing, chat?
So Windblock made a quick visit.
Mm-hmm.
I was on what was I on earlier? Peter DeLuca, aka Pad.
Like, were you watching his stream?
Yeah. He's doing something really kind of cool. He does sketchpads too, but he's doing he has a sketchpad that's dedicated to doing the Transformers, right?
Yeah.
So it's doing the whole movie. So he's already done, like, he's filled out in pencil, I don't know, about, it might be a half of the sketchbook, or maybe it's just the first quarter, but he's doing the whole movie. Like, he has the credit scene. He's not, I mean, he's literally animating each scene. He's doing, like, here's the credit scene, here's the planet Cybertron, here's the scene where the guy gets the thing burns in his glasses, here's where we first see the dog. So it's like a themed sketchbook, and I thought that's really cool. That's kind of clever.
Every frame, or just like?
No, it's not every frame. It's more like kind of. It's like. Yeah, that'd be too much, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like the Transformers in that movie.
So it's more like every chapter or section has like 1 or 2 pictures that he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 or 2 pictures. All right.
I thought that was cool. I want to try something like that. Maybe I guess it's just like having a sketchbook with a theme in it. Like, this is all going to be, like, this one will all be cowboys or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I would probably end up doing it. But all right. Or lately, I've been finding like these weird panels that somebody's collected on Pinterest,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, I don't know if you can. I'll see if I can find my sketchbook. And I've been doing not this one, but it's another book. I may not even have that book available. Let's see if it's within reaching distance. There it is, right here. Oh shit. Okay. But it's always like weird stuff. Like unfortunately, it's not like there's one where there's like a hand with a thing of poison, and then there's where's another one? I like this panel. It's like where a guy's walking into this energy, and the effect is really clever. I mean, it's really minimalist, but it's a really clever panel when you see it in color and you see it all inked up. And I thought that's a cool technique. I might want to learn something like that. And they just did it with these sort of horizontal lines. My Kong is looking like a night at Freddy's or whatever it was.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
What's the one with the animatronic animals that are at the pizza place?
I can't remember. I don't think I've even seen it. I've only seen I think I've seen the Freddy versus Jason movie, and the new Nightmare on Elm Street. The remake, like the reboot.
He looks like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic robot. Like maybe the fur came off of him.
Oh yeah, like Friday. Wait, okay.
Wait, what is that called? I can't remember what it was called.
Five Nights at Freddy's. It's called.
Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what it was.
Based off the Chuck E. Cheese, friend.
Yeah.
Store chain. Yeah. Kind of a neat idea actually, because those things look super creepy, like animatronically.
Have you seen the like they were supposed to make a movie of it, but it fell through, but they made like a movie that's pretty much the same concept with Nicolas Cage. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you mean actually. It's cool. Something Wonderland.
Yeah, it was something like that, and it's like they have like an explanation is that there was some kind of occult ritual that put the souls of these murderers into each of the creatures.
Face off?
I can't remember. All right, he's got to have like giant feet. Well, not giant feet.
Oh, actually, I do have double-sided pen.
All right. I definitely need to do something with a robot gorilla in my next thing, or in a future thing.
I watched a video by Terry Moore, and he said he did like a story called Motor Girl, and basically his friend told him like, hey, gorillas and girls in tank tops apparently sell comics, and he did
Yes.
one. But it was like it was also good, apparently a good story. That he wrote for that. It was like, oh, gorillas probably do really sell good comics, I guess.
Everybody loves gorillas.
Mm-hmm.
I should just do a
Gorillas are cool
segment.
guys.
Gorilla news. What's the
Mhm.
news with in the gorilla world?
Who's that gray marker I had?
Wouldn't it be funny if I go like I pick something up and I like pass it this way on the screen, and then you're able to like from the other side you're able to like pick it
Yep.
up.
That'd be fun. I'm trying to find what I had a double-ended brush pen thing that's gray on one end and black.
Oh, I have one like that.
Oh man, I can't find it.
I don't know where any of my stuff is anymore. All right.
It bothers me a little, even though I'm messy. Oh, here it is. It's right next to me. So.
Oh yeah, it's the exact same one I have. It's like a Tombow, right? Or is it?
Yeah, Tombows makes some good brush pens. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I think she does.
Hang on 1 second. All right. Now I just need to black out the inside of the gorilla's mouth.
It was a bad idea to walk there with it.
I think I need a different brush.
Whatever it was, it was a long time ago. But yeah, he died. She apparently touched
I feel like I'm holding my breath. All right.
What did you have to breathe a little bit?
Yeah. Once you get to like a really complicated like painting part, you're just trying to like paint around these teeth. All right, that looks like it worked. Oh, I left out a whole hand. Let me fix that. Okay. Let's give it another shot.
Sandy said she'd written to him some years back, really lovely response from him, like that. So she sent me a picture of him, and here he is holding like Butchie Mark too. It's like another little black. I think it's happy he's still out there saying he's teaching city college.
Okay. So, maybe not. Are you still scootering to work?
Huh? Oh yes.
Pretty awesome. So
People think I have a car as well. I still have a car now, but I've recently sold that one.
oh, you sold the car?
Yeah, I did sell my car just recently.
Oh,
Well,
pretty cool.
mhm.
Like when I guess it was a 2008 or whatever period it was. Like gas shot up around here to like $5 a gallon, and
You say
so the
2008?
scooter that was 2008.
Yep.
So that's when I got my first scooter. I got it was a Honda Metropolitan, and you could fill it up for $5. It only had one tank of gas, 1 gallon of gas, but you could go for 100 miles on that. It was 100. I think it was 103 miles per gallon if you didn't really just punch it. It was only 50 cc's, but it was I had a route to work that was just through neighborhoods, so there was no danger. It's like riding a bike, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was good times. It was a lot of fun. And like it went past a bakery, and so like this, when you're outside every day, like you kind of experience everything. Like you experience the smells and you see things that you're never going to see again, probably. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. Then I moved where I am now, and it's too dangerous. You can't. The roads are too dangerous. There's bad guys
Oh no.
lurking around. So my scooters are all in pieces now in the backyard. They're just rusting away. Yeah. Because even if I got them running and was avoid getting killed by traffic, I would probably be either chased down or have it stolen or all kinds of stupid stuff. It's just a bad area for it.
I was on the highway the other day and I saw. I thought it looked like whatever shoe, but it could have been a rock, so I like swerved to avoid it. It's one of the things you gotta look out for. Just like random rocks or like objects on the road, people neglect to see. And in fact, there's a way on my way to work as I pull in through, as I off like the road into the place I'm going. There's like gravel where there was lots of rain, and so there's this one pile of gravel right up to the entrance, and I have like a scooter, and I kind of get worried about like I have to slow down in that part.
Have you crashed it yet? Have you had it slide out?
Oh, I did slide off it once. At a roundabout, it was raining. But then I got back up. I didn't get seriously injured at all. Like, I think I got I think I maybe scratched the side of it. I wasn't really. Turned out we're just sliding. I just slide off. Didn't really crash, really. It was just very at least I had people around who were concerned. At least that was good.
That's pretty good. I think I crashed mine once, and it was raining. There was 2 cars that had gotten in an accident, and they both pulled off, like they moved off the road. But they were talking, but they had left like this big kind of like oil on the road, and so it was raining plus oil, and so I hit it and like it was kind of like your back wheel went one way and your front wheel went the other way, but you're still going forward. And then I went the other direction, but it was the back wheels going the other way of the front wheel. And then finally I looked at the speedometer. It was like 15 miles an hour. So I just jumped off, and it kind of went into the curb, and it got a scratch on the leg shield. But other than that, it was fine. And I ended up spraining my wrist, but it got better after about, I don't know, a week or so.
Oh man. Um, I think I noticed my brakes get a little bit a fraction slower when I'm in the rain. Yes, they get lubricated or something slightly. There's a small change. You have to be a little careful in the rain. That's all.
It's definitely true. Yeah,
Hmm.
I would get kind of spooked if I had to ride in the rain, but it was so cheap though, like compared to filling your stupid car up with $40 of gas. It was such a
Yeah.
great way to save money.
Mhm.
And it was
Yeah.
fun. And that's the real reason. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. I think I just because I got my scooter because there was basically no parking at work ever.
Oh,
Like
you can park wherever you want if you got the scooter, right? I mean,
yeah, like the I got it for other reasons, not so much the fuel crisis at the time. You know, like 2 years ago. I think uh it was multiple things like my car was getting old. I actually didn't like motorcycles, to be honest, at first. I didn't really like them. And I don't have a motorcycle per se. I like have you know, for that reason I have a scooter, but more
did you
convenient.
did you get your motorcycle license?
I got a one that's provisional kind of. It's a full license, but it only means I can go on a scooter for a year, and I
Uh
can
huh.
go wherever I want after that.
That's pretty awesome.
Hmm.
I had to take like they had like a fast track way to do it. You basically spend some money and you go and you take like a class at the community college,
Hmm.
and I think you go to two classes and then you go out in the parking lot and they have actual bikes already, and
Hmm.
they're real motorcycles but they're small ones. They're like, I don't know, 200 cc or something like that, and um that's how I got my license finally.
Nice.
But other than that, I stuck with the scooter. I used it. Oh, I did use my license because I got a Super Cub afterwards, and that was what I was on until the end. And
Hmm.
that's when I moved here, and Super Cub is alongside the Metropolitan. It's in the backyard. It's just falling apart. The Postie bike.
Yeah. Sometimes see like the bigger ones that have shade over them, like a rickshaw or something, but it's a bike, you know.
Uh huh.
They're postmen I've seen with those riding around. Okay. I might put that up on copy. Okay, how much writing left in this? I was actually almost ready to finish this script.
I want to try and do some ruled ink lines because I suck at them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give it a shot.
Good.
I got to find my ruler. I have plenty of rulers. But when I need them, I cannot find them. Oh, how about that? What's that ain't it. That ain't it. That's kind of an ellipsis template, maybe. All right, let's do this. kind of makes no sense if I do it that way. Where would the light be? Might be done with this guy in a second here. Then I'm going to draw some spaceships or some kind of vehicle. Oof. Is it wet ink? I can't tell. All right. What if I just use... I could just use this micron for the ruled lines. I think that would be less of a disaster. I think I have another ruler. No. No.
Is that a guitar?
This is a banjo.
Okay, calm down. Bit loud.
I don't know how loud it is because I can't hear it on my side. What to do? Chris Ware plays a banjo. Why can't I? Man. Oh, there it is. I found it. I found two of them. All right. All right, I'm going to try this trick. I don't know if it'll really work, but I saw it on a video. I'm going to take my kneaded eraser and stick it on the bottom of my ruler so it holds it up off the ground, off the paper.
Oh, I have one of those.
I'm hoping that works. It's not the worst thing I've ever done. I was thinking this would be a nightmare. It's not too bad. I admit that when I do this on my own, I just kind of fudge it. I don't really focus on the same vanishing point that accurately, or it seems like I don't. All right, let's give it a shot. There's our horizon line. And this is why I would never make it as a mangaka.
So?
My inability to follow a ruled line. This is why I would never make it as a real mangaka. I just can't rule it. All right, let's see.
Probably need an assistant to do that.
Yeah. I'd probably have to spend a few years as an assistant myself to figure out how it's done.
Mhm.
That's why they're so good. It's they get so much practice, I think. Well, that said, do you know Kiniku Man, the muscle figure guy? Kiniku Man. In the 80s, they had these toys called
Ultimate Muscle?
It might have been, it might have been the Ultimate Muscle guys, like MUSCLE.
Yeah, that is him. Yeah, it's the same
Right.
guy.
So it's based on this Japanese manga from 1978, and I've been reading like a couple of chapters on one of those free manga sites, and I thought, oh, I like old stuff. It's drawn like crap. It's like, but it's hilarious. It's very funny. Like that's why it's so good. And and then over time, he gets better and better. Actually, it's two guys. One guy is the writer, and the backstory is cool too because they're just friends. The two guys, like they met on the school bus, and one of them is always doing the drawing, and the other guy's making the jokes, and the jokes are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then over time, it just got better and better and better.
Wow.
Look at that. We're all dry, I think. I don't know if I'll risk that big black area at the top.
Yeah, I actually used to watch that as a kid, on the anime.
Oh, I didn't even realize there was an anime. I mean, obviously there probably is an anime for every successful thing that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I put like a little energy halo around him. And it makes me think like, all in the manga right now kind of look the same except for it's really weird. There's the breakout hits, right? There's the ones that are really huge, like One Punch Man is huge. Chainsaw Man is huge right now. But almost everything else kind of looks the same, and that's why it just doesn't hold my interest. I tried reading I had a subscription to Shonen Jump, and I'm trying to read it, and there's like a lot of them. They're just like, this does not hold my interest at all. There's what's the one with the vampires? The one with the stances.
Stance. Oh, you mean JoJo?
JoJo, right?
JoJo's
JoJo's really good.
Mhm.
But like, how come there aren't like more things that are good? I mean, it seems like there's like you go on the Shonen Jump, there's like 6 good ones, but there's
I think
20 on there.
JoJo is actually classified as a seinen manga, which is an older, like it's a more adult male kind of a manga.
Oh, I had no
Rather
idea.
than a shonen, it's a different category.
Like in the very first book, I guess, or the first saga,
Mhm.
where it's like the one kid and he lives with his dad, but then the other kid's like an orphan, but he's really evil. And he's like killing the dog. The family dog gets killed at one point. I'm like, this is pretty rough. But JoJo's pretty good though. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do this in not with that pen. That pen's getting thrown out.
I think it was originally named Shonen Jump, but yeah, one of the stories was probably the first part. Yeah.
Do you follow Cyber Bunny on YouTube? Do you know who that
Cyber
is?
Bunny.
Yeah.
Nope.
So this is a girl. She's Hawaiian, but she's half Hawaiian, half Japanese. She's a Japanese girl that grew up in Hawaii, and she goes back to Japan all the time. And she gives like etiquette advice, like you
Mhm.
should never do this. Like if you borrow Tupperware, always fill it up with like little gifts before you give it back, or whatever, things like that. And my understanding, and keep in mind, I don't know anything about Japan really, despite having a niece and a nephew and a sister-in-law that's completely Japanese. I don't really understand the whole society, all the different things over there. But it seems very conservative, like like these clothes would be improper to wear, and it's like looks fairly normal, like something like a Western person would wear. Like it might be a little low cut or something, but like I had no idea. Because the stereotype, of course, is that there's all this perverse stuff going on, but it's not really true. It's called hentai and it's art.
Yeah.
All right, we're about ready to move on from this drawing. It allowed me to erase, which means that this ink, whatever it is probably okay to use.
Now, when was it? Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm going to look for another reference, something else to draw. Back to the old Pinterest.
D5. D5. There's 5 more pages.
Oh, it's the same creature. All right. Oops. Oops. I always find it hard to draw female characters because I don't want them to look ugly. I think everyone will be like,
Why would you draw an ugly female character?
what's that?
Why would you draw an ugly female character?
It seems like anytime I draw them, I always run the risk, and they always come out a little non-human looking. You know, they don't really look that.
Hmm.
I mean, it's hard to get right. And then some people can only draw females. They're like, I can't draw boy characters or whatever. A lot of girls say that. Shell says that, I think. Well, she can draw males and females, but I can't remember if it was her or it might have been someone else who was saying, "Oh, I don't like to draw boys. I like to draw girls." I had the same thing, but opposite. I guess it was because I was always drawing like superheroes and D&D characters. I never really drew the female characters. And then when I finally kind of learned, you know, they did not look attractive.
Mm-hmm. Where did it? Entire swarm.
All right. She has like a cheekbone.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what to do with her.
Just enough time to finish this. That's good. What does it mean when like a turtle goes their like when their head goes into their shell? I don't know what the term is called. I guess it's hiding away.
Turtling? I don't know. I don't know. Hibernating? It's not hibernating.
It's not hibernating. That's another entire thing. It's like
All
I
right,
say
so
sheathing.
retract.
Yeah, I could use retract. Fun.
I'm looking for like if there's a scientific term for it or something, or
Yeah.
like a term. I think you could just say gone into its shell.
Yeah.
Hides in its shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything says hide in their shell. Hide in their shell.
Fair enough. That's what they do.
Hang on. There it is.
God, I'm actually gonna make 60 pages and not over it. I'm not gonna go over my limit like last time.
Is this for a full chapter?
Yeah, the full chapter. I'm making the dialogue for it. But we'll see. Yep. Time. There's a small.
I think this is the year I'm finally learning how to draw hair. And maybe not.
Yeah. Sometimes hair can be really like culturally specific or be part of a like like geisha hair has their hair up a certain way.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, besides bunny, she doesn't wear like bunny ears. Like bunny ears aren't hair, but sometimes the anime will have like cat ears, but also regular ears. So.
Let me see if I can find a picture of Cyber Bunny. She has.
I've seen it. I've seen what she looks like, but yeah.
Yeah, she has. She wears a wig, I think, but she's got the bunny ears wherever she goes. I don't know what to put this.
The view. the hole in the ground.
No, that's too high.
Here's the hole.
All right. We're going to attempt to ink the second image. Ooh. Okay.
Oh no.
My stuff is splitting. Well, there you go. By the way, just so I can remind people if they're interested in coming on, maybe in the future. I think we've only got 30 minutes left of this one, but what time is it? What time is it where you are, by the way? It's pretty late, right?
No, it's pretty early. Like
pretty early.
9:22 a.m.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, I'm probably not for you though, I imagine.
No, I'm only at 7:30, 7:20 is where it is really right now. I always worry about that.
Would you like to promote my comic here? I do have I have to put in the correct links though. The comic series, the long URL. You don't mind if I like promote my comic here? Like,
Not at all.
Like,
yeah, not at all. But if you can't get the link in, let me know what it is, and I'll post it on there. I think it's anybody should be able to do it. I think there it is in private chat. I think
it is a private chat. I also launched a copy for it. The fund, so that people can donate. If other people interested, of course.
Absolutely. I think it's cool that you set that up. Let me put that up here. Hang
It was
on.
like,
Definitely check out Duckling Star now, and it's like hundreds of pages long. It's like 100
it's crazy.
and
I'm trying to
several
go for a
pages.
more like Concubon, like
Yeah,
um, volume.
volume 1 of Duckling
Yeah.
Star, which is several chapters.
Yeah. And I launched a coffee for it, and it's like Aaron just came around and donated like to it. He just saw that. It was like really, I guess he was
Good on
really
him.
happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are both up on the comic. You can find that on the comic page as well. Me advertising it.
I can't remember if I donated to it. I think I threw you something
Yeah,
like right when you put it out, and
yeah.
I'll do it again. Um, it's very cool. I'm curious how it all works out because I want to eventually, like once I get to that point myself, I would like to start doing something like that. I always feel like, well, you're in kind of the same boat I am. You work full time.
Mhm.
So that's where I am too. I work full time, and I'm always like, well, if I half-ass it, it's going to make somebody like upset, like they don't have my, I don't have my updates on time or something. So I'm always like kind of like holding off. I'm like, if I just hold off a little bit more, I'll get more prepared. I'll be better. I'll be a better artist. Um, I'll be a better writer. I do think I've gotten like Be Strangers is probably the best thing I've done yet, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Um, and it's like I don't know, it's like this kind of golden time where you do a page. Let's say you're on page 3, and you're like, "This is the best thing I've managed so far," and then you get to page 5, and you're like, "This is way better than page 3." So it's kind of like, oh, I feel like I'm improving. I hope. I never would have thought of this when I was doing the previous comic or whatever, and I don't know. That's pretty cool. All right. I'm getting a little bit more like canny about how to approach things. Like, what do you draw first? What part do you ink first? Things like that.
Mhm.
Like, I wasn't good at figuring that stuff out before. Or like if you had a script, even with a script, um, I'd be like, I don't know what to draw. I don't know how many panels this is going to be. I don't know where I start it. And,
Yeah.
and if you don't think about it, it's like you end up drawing the same thing over and over. You draw a mid panel, middle size figures facing straight ahead or directly to the side, two characters. Um, it's just so easy to get it wrong. And now I'm like, it's not, this is the way I think about it. It's really not the drawing, it's the thinking, because like you can, like I could switch hands. I can't draw with my left hand, but I could, if I went real slow, I probably could draw a little bit with my left hand. So I know it's not the drawing, it's how you think about it, the drawing. And where you're putting the marks and where you're putting the shade, the shadows and all that stuff. And then some of it's, how to hold the pen and how hard are you hitting the paper and all that stuff. But that seems like almost like a minor point.
Hmm?
I
What
wonder
does?
if how you hold the pen, how hard you hit the paper,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Like compared to like actually thinking about like, oh, this is what I'm going to draw this time. I will make it look like this.
Hmm.
I'll put more, or like when you look at a panel and you go, this doesn't have enough black ink on it. I'm going to put some black ink up here. That's all. That's your brain. That's not your hand. That's thinking about things. I don't know. But I'm just now getting to the point where I actually take the time to think about stuff like that. Oof. Speaking of how hard you hit your pen on the paper. All right.
Dry hands.
How does that even work? Well, I don't know. Maybe. Alrighty. I can see that there are people watching. Please feel free to. Well, you can even join, but hit the like. Leave a comment. Leave a comment in the chat or even a comment down below. I know that live streams actually don't really help you much in the grand scheme of YouTube. And to tell you the truth, I don't really care about YouTube that much. I kind of started the channel as sort of like an accountability, like I'm gonna do a video every day. That'll keep me on track for my comic, and I've stuck to it. I think I've got like 225 videos, daily videos that are, they're not even that long. They're like, of me just working on a page or a panel or something.
Hmm.
So, but some people seem to have joined. I don't know. I got subscribers.
Mhm.
You've got like 1,000. You've got over 1,000, right? You've got a few thousand.
Not really. Well, I got 500, 6, 56, something like that.
That's at least 5 times what I
Good.
got.
Huh?
I think that's 5 times what I got. I got 117 or something. But it's cool.
Mhm.
I don't mind one bit.
Because I've just seen Peter Luca on Twitter say hardest thing to difficult thing to draw is the bay formers. I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
That-
hope you're not doing every frame of that film. Just Jesus Christ.
That's it. Yeah, that's his Transformers sketchbook.
Mhm.
I think it's a cool idea. I don't know. I love it. I like the idea. Oh, crud. I keep running out of ink on this pen. I think I'm almost. No, I've still got ink in there.
Hmm.
The thing about dip pens, it really is. I just said all the stuff about how it's you have to think about it. With dip pens, you really do have to like practice because I keep like completely sucking at it and messing things up, or I'll erase it before it's dry, thus ruining it. So much to figure out.
Hmm.
This is our human robot romance here. All right.
Could do this as a double page spread.
You're doing a double page?
Calculating in my head. 50 page. Well, I'm writing one, so technically.
Oh, pretty cool. I'm still like that's another thing I don't think about enough is stuff like a double page spread or stuff like even the where you take the grid away and you kind of do a big a full bleed page with maybe just some inset panels. Like I've started doing that just recently, not this comic, but the Brillig, the one before, is the first time I've ever really done it without being told to. Like I think I put one in a couple other comics, but it was somebody had to actually say, "Hey, you know what would work better is if you redid this with the back panel. You know, you went full bleed on this." I've never actually initiated it on my own, and it came out good. I don't know. I think it's because I never really read comics that did that a lot. My experience has not been with those. My experience is Bronze Age and Silver Age Marvel and DC,
Mhm.
superhero, horror, and what else? Sci-fi. Or like fantasy comics, like Conan or something. I read a lot of Conan. And Tarzan. But now that I know I can do it, I feel like I can figure it out, get away with it. All right, she needs to have some kind of like sci-fi badge, like a Star Trek emblem or something.
Mhm.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll give her the same one that I give the bad guys.
She's not 7 of 9.
She does look a little bit. She has that middle-aged woman look, I guess.
Anyway.
I don't screw it up. I'm gonna do it with a pen, so I don't screw it up. Let's see. Maybe not. Kubert School classes start in 2 days. For those of you who are interested in doing Kubert School online, it starts on April 10th. I'll
Mhm.
find the link to that. I am not enrolled this particular session. I kind of want to be, but I don't know. I don't. It's Emma Kubert is teaching narrative art,
Mhm.
and I don't know if I want to do, like, if it was anybody else, I think I'd probably consider it. Not that she's bad or anything like that, but she's like the unknown quantity. I don't know. It's $220. I don't think I'll do it. Oof. But I might do the next one, even if it's Emma. I just feel like I'm on such a good streak lately. It would slow me down almost. All right. All right. All right. We're going to wash this thing off. And try the other pen. Well, maybe not. Another thing I was watching recently was Sketchy Saturday. And I don't know. This is John Celestri was saying, you need something interesting on your show other than people promoting their books. And people were disagreeing with him, and I don't understand how, because that's totally true. The book promotion streams are the only ones that I skip. There's got to be something funny or entertaining or something before I want to watch it.
You get different people with different communication styles on there, or at
Yeah.
least skills in public speaking, and it'll sometimes trip over themselves. I guess it really depends on the production of the stream and chats, the liveness of the chat, that sort of thing.
Yeah, if there's somebody like funny in the chat, that could keep it going for a good long time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to be fun. I mean, otherwise it's such a slog. You're like, I could be playing Minecraft or something, or drawing my own book. Why am I? I just discovered podcasts. Like I found that Keith Giffen one that you saw, but I found another one called Jacked Kirby, and it's like a Jack Kirby fan podcast, but it's really other stuff too, and they even do interviews. So they interviewed Howard Chaykin on this one, who is really funny. I thought Keith Giffen was pretty funny, but Howard Chaykin is pretty funny. I don't know if you listened to it. Did you listen to that podcast?
Which one? Howard
The Keith
Chaykin.
Giffen
No,
one.
I don't think so.
So the Keith Giffen one, he tells a story about like when he was in his 20s and he was working at a it was like a mailroom, and there was a package where they had to go to the airport to pick it up, and everybody else in the mailroom, by the way, was developmentally disabled, or many of the people who worked there were developmentally disabled. So that's what they had the rep of. They were all mentally disabled, but so they sent him to go pick this up, and it turns out to be a monkey, and it's like in a crate, like a wooden crate.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I don't want to be picking up this monkey. I mean, we're gonna get, I'm gonna be transporting the monkey. It hasn't been quarantined. I'm gonna get arrested. So, and then it can't eat. So they argue over it. They put it in the car, and it won't fit in the car. So they have to take the wooden crate part off, and there's another cage inside. But the monkey is apparently like pooped on itself all over. So it's like a poop covered monkey. And they get in the car and they're driving along and they have the windows open and the monkey is just screaming. And eventually they get pulled over. And the cops show up and they're trying to give him the ticket or whatever. And the guy can't explain. Keith Giffen can't really explain why they have a monkey in the car. He's like,
Did they say to the officer, "Hey, we can explain. We're trying to sell comics here."
But yeah, no, he didn't do that. But actually, somebody went up to the cop and says he works at that mailroom where they're all developmentally disabled. He's probably just developmentally disabled himself, and so they let him go. I think is what it said at the end of the story.
Keith was disabled. Did they say? Oh.
No, I think that's what they suggested he was, or something.
Yeah.
And then there was another story about like there were a bunch of these dogs that they had for something. It was like I can't remember what it was, but you had to go let yourself into this room, where you could feed the dogs, and he had to go there to feed the dogs, and he got trapped inside the room, and then he managed to get out of the room, and then his friend went in there and he got locked in, and he started looking for the button to let him out, to unlock the door. And it basically just opened every dog cage all at once. And the dogs like all just surged over the guy, and then he just left him there or something like that. I don't know. I didn't listen super closely, but it was a funny podcast. I don't know. I might have to listen to that one again. All right. This is looking okay. If it dries, I will erase. If not, I will not. But I
I
think I
think
can
I
actually even do this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I finished the end of the script now stage.
Which chapter is it? 3?
3, yes. Do you mind if I
Excellent.
pop up like soon? Like
No,
just
not at all. Not at all.
that's all right. I've had some fun on the show, so it's been great.
Awesome.
Hmm. And I'm happy to also get some sketching done as well. Might put this up on Coffee this afternoon. So people
Awesome.
get takes of what to expect.
Sounds good. Are you talking about the script?
The script I've just gotten to the end of the stage, and I'll
Very
just let
cool.
it sit for a while.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to like let it sort of sit for a while
Mhm.
where people can where you can kind of think about it like when you come back. All right, awesome.
That's been cool.
Well,
It's been cool, man.
I will. It has been very cool. I will only be on for another about 10 minutes, but I will see you later if you're
I'll
going
still
to
catch
go.
the stream until then.
Hey,
You have
awesome.
a good day, man.
You too.
Cheers. See you later.
See you later. All right. By the way, that podcast, let me find the link for that podcast. If anybody else is watching it and wants to hear a pretty darn funny Keith Giffen podcast with the story of the poop monkey. It's called I'm Not Dead Yet. So Keith Giffen, in case you don't know who Keith Giffen is, Keith Giffen's basically in my top 5. He's the guy who invented Lobo. Before he invented Lobo at Marvel. But he had a different name. His original name was Lunatic, and you could see him in the Defenders, including in one of the funniest Defender stories, the one where they open the membership drive. Does anybody ever seen this issue? It's the Defenders membership drive, and basically everyone shows up. So there's like 40 superheroes that are out of work that show up, and they all decide to prove themselves. Well, they're searching for Lunatic, and there's like a real obvious stunt where Lunatic, who is basically Lobo, escapes everyone. But then a couple of the superheroes get together and decide, okay, in order to prove themselves to be defenders, they're going to capture the Hulk, who is already a defender. And then during this whole thing, this whole sequence, hang on. By the way, this is the podcast, Keith Giffen's I'm Not Dead Yet. I'll leave there in chat. What issue is that? Hang on. I'm going to look it up. Defenders membership drive issue. I remember it's got Torpedo in it, and it's got Paladin in it. Let's just, if I write Marvel, I think it's got Power Man in it. I don't know. Could it have been Defenders 52? Yeah, it's Defenders 52. Membership drive. And hang on. $52. There we go. If I put in Defenders 52, really looking for who is the author and the penciler is Keith Giffen. He's not the writer though. That's David Kraft, but it does feature Lunatic. And Lunatic is the original template of Lobo. It's a character that Keith had been drawing since high school, pretty much. He drew a lot of characters. Another character that's Keith Giffen is Jack of Hearts, who has one of the coolest costumes ever. Anyways, so here's the Defenders 52. Link if you want to read about it. Defenders fandom. Yeah. Let's see if the I'm looking at the what you call it, the synopsis. Oh, this also has a character called Dollar Bill, and Dollar Bill is basically Stan Lee, or somebody like Stan Lee. It's like, and this is the same. It's like Funky Flashman. They did the exact same joke as Funky Flashman, which is they have this character and he's like all dressed up in a goofy suit, and he talks in hip logo and stuff. Dollar Bill. All right, I'm hoping that this is dried. Is this? I am tempting fate by rubbing it with my finger, and maybe I just won't do it because I want to erase the pencil so badly. I just want to clean this up. Maybe I won't do that. I'll resist the urge. One thing I do want to do, I can't do it. I was looking to see if I had my my gel crayon, and maybe just do like a black gel crayon aura around them because I want to black this out. This would be a lot more powerful if this was blacked out, so we could see this aura. This hypnosis aura coming from the robot. But anyways, I own very little actual professional comic artwork as far as like completed pages or something like that. But I do own some Keith Giffen artwork. That's how much I esteem him. My girlfriend got it for me. I think it was a birthday present a couple of years ago. And it's sitting in my binder downstairs. I have a 11 by 17 binder. Oh, I was thinking, this is the idea that I didn't do. I was thinking of putting a human brain. What if I did a human brain and made this like a plexiglass looking top here, the thing? All right, here's a, how would you do that? What if I did it like that? Maybe. I don't know. Now I'm committed. But I've got to do like, to make it plexiglass, you got to put a little reflection in there. And maybe even a little. And should there be fluid? Does your brain like kind of float in a bunch of brain fluid? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know enough about brains. I'll have to look it up. I really do want to erase the stuff on her face because I think she would look younger. What if I erased just a little bit? People are like, don't do it, Peter. It's going to smudge. No, it didn't smudge. Okay. She does have a bit of a middle-aged look to her, though. If you've ever heard the song I'm an Adult Now by The Pursuit of Happiness, he says, I can't write songs about girls anymore. I have to write songs about women because I'm an adult now. All right. And as a comic maker, I'm in the same boat. Can't really get away with that anymore. At least as a romance. Although I don't see why not. Maybe you can. Maybe it's not a big deal. Other than it becoming painfully obvious to anyone reading it that goes, oh, this guy's old. Or he's told to be writing that. All right. Yeah, I put away my nib pen. I'm afraid of screwing something up. All right. You know what I could do? Once I erase, I'll have to erase this first. I could take maybe like a light, cool gray Copic or something and do some shading on here. It is now 8 o'clock, though. I've done my 2 pages. I did this one. This is a Mecha Kong. Kind of an unfinished Mecha Kong. I could probably... I guess robots was the theme for today. And the other one is my robotic romance. I'm going to go back in now. And probably do another 30 minutes on my, on my comic. But I'll just give you a little heads up on where we are. This is, let me take the pencils out as if I were erasing. Page 14, I think we're only going to go to 17 or 18 on this, so I feel like we're almost done with this particular comic. And I finished even the middle panel this morning. And now, empty panel. There it is. I got some pencils. I'm kind of ready to go on this. And I guess I could kick it off. What am I waiting for? Or I might start penciling the next page. I haven't started penciling even the next page. So if you look at it, you know, just to go a couple of pages back, here's, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, and then it's just blank. So we're getting somewhere, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. All right. Talk to you later. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you will. A like. Leave something in the chat. Well, the chat's about to end. And I have done these fairly regularly, except I think the last 2 Saturdays did not do a live show. But I'm thinking about bringing them back. So if you would like to join in, just say something in the chat. I'll send you the link, or I'll put the link out there, and you'll be able to join. Talk to you later. Hey, Ninja Artist 36. Yeah, take care, man. Talk to you later.